Chosen one, there's something profound happening right now. It's not by coincidence that you're here reading these words. Heaven has been preparing you, and now the time has come. A divine force has been shifting everything around you, guiding you and setting the stage for something extraordinary to unfold. You've been feeling it, haven't you? The restlessness in your spirit, the quiet anticipation, the sense that something big is just on the horizon, but you couldn't quite put your finger on it. That is the stirring of heaven, moving on your behalf quietly, working behind the scenes. There is a deeper calling at work, a purpose you've been destined for. And everything that's been happening to you, every delay, every challenge, every setback was not random. It was part of a greater design. Heaven's plan for you has been unfolding, and though you may not have seen it before, it is clear. Now you are in a season of transformation, a season of spiritual awakening, a season where heaven itself is on mission to deliver your desires, your destiny, and your divine calling. Many times, the journey to what you want feels like an uphill battle. You've prayed, you've cried out, you've questioned why things haven't worked out the way you thought they would. There were times when it seemed like every door was closed, every opportunity was blocked, and every step forward felt like a struggle. You may have wondered, why isn't this happening for me? Why does it feel like the universe is against me? But now it's important that you understand something crucial. When heaven decides it's time, everything changes. This is the moment where heaven steps in and aligns the universe for you. The delays you've experienced weren't denials, they were part of the preparation, shaping you, refining you, and building the right environment for your blessing to manifest. The truth is, heaven only moves when everything is aligned perfectly, not just externally, but internally within you. You had to be ready not just to receive, but to sustain and grow with the blessing that's coming your way. This is why the waiting periods felt so long, so frustrating. This is why everything seemed to take longer than expected, and why it felt like there was an invisible wall stopping you from reaching what you desired. It wasn't punishment. It wasn't a sign that God had forgotten you. It was the divine construction zone that heaven had set up for your life. Your spirit needed time to grow, your mind needed time to align, and your heart needed time to be shaped for what was to come. Everything that didn't work out, every relationship that fell apart, every plan that seemed to fall through, was a part of God's preparation. As the chosen one, your journey is different. Your process is unique. The very desires you hold deep in your heart are not mere wishes or fleeting emotions. They are divine signals, spiritual whispers from heaven that guide your path. When you long for something with every fiber of your being, that desire is more than just a personal wish. It is a connection to your purpose, a clue to your calling, and a glimpse into what heaven is preparing for you. These desires are not random. They are deeply tied to your identity and your divine assignment. But because you were chosen, you've had to endure preparation, seasons that were uncomfortable, difficult, and at times confusing. You faced setbacks that felt like obstacles, waiting periods that stretched your patience, and moments of silence that made you feel unheard. Yet, through all of it, there was a greater purpose at work. Heaven was not ignoring you. Heaven was preparing you. Every challenge, every trial, and every delay was shaping you into the person you needed to be to receive the blessings that are now being released into your life. Now, chosen one, the time has come for you to recognize the divine alignment that's unfolding around you. The environment is being prepared, the right people are being positioned, the right opportunities are being set in place, and everything you've desired is on its way. Heaven is actively working on your behalf, on your desires, your dreams, your calling, and the signs of this movement are all around you. It's no accident that you felt restless. It's no coincidence that even in the midst of the challenges and struggles, you've had moments where you could almost sense something shifting in the spiritual realm that inner restlessness that tug on your heart, that sense of anticipation. It's all connected to what heaven is doing. It's heaven whispering to you, get ready. You're about to step into a new season, a season of divine manifestation. The truth is chosen. One, you've already walked through the hardest parts of your journey. You've endured spiritual heaviness. You've faced loneliness. You've battled through confusion. And yet you didn't give up. You didn't let the weight of the world crush you. You stayed faithful even when things didn't make sense. And now heaven is acknowledging that faithfulness. Your prayers have been heard. Your heart has been examined. Your growth has been recognized. Heaven is moving because you have proven yourself ready. This moment, the one you've been sensing, is not just a shift in your circumstances. It's a shift in your very being. You are entering into alignment with your destiny. The very things you desire are coming into harmony with who you are becoming. What you want is no longer out of reach. It's on its way to you because you are aligned with your purpose. You are aligned with your calling. You are aligned with your destiny. When you look at your desires, whether they be for love, success, stability, purpose, or fulfillment, you may have wondered why these desires have never gone away despite all the obstacles. Why do they keep resurfacing no matter how much life seems to throw at you? The answer is simple. What you want is not just a personal longing, it is a divine sign. Your desire is a clue to your destiny. It is heaven's whisper guiding you toward what you were always meant to receive. Heaven doesn't just place any desire in your heart, it places desires that are directly connected to your divine calling. Your desires are not random, they are spiritually encoded. They are the fingerprints of God, marking the path you are destined to walk. This is why, as a chosen one, you may have felt out of place in environments where others felt satisfied with things that didn't align with your spirit. You've always craved something deeper, something more meaningful, something that resonates with your soul. Now, chosen one, it is time for you to understand that heaven is on mission for you. Heaven is actively working to deliver what you want, because it is not just what you desire, it is what was destined for you all along. The waiting period was not a punishment, it was preparation. It was God refining your desires, aligning them with your purpose, and ensuring that when the blessing arrives, it will be sustainable, fulfilling, and aligned with your spiritual identity. Heaven is not only responding to your prayers, it is responding to your alignment. It is responding to your spiritual readiness. And now, chosen one, the moment has arrived for you to step into what has always been meant for you. What you want is coming, and heaven is moving to make sure you receive it in perfect timing, with divine precision, and without any interference. When heaven decides it is time for the chosen one to step into their destiny, nothing on earth can stop it. The timing, the circumstances, and the forces at play are no longer under your control, but under divine direction. The delays, the moments of feeling stuck, and the seemingly endless periods of waiting were not signs of denial. They were the very tools heaven used to prepare you. The obstacles you faced were not there to discourage you or to hold you back, but to build a foundation for the blessings you were about to receive. You have been in a spiritual training ground, even though you didn't recognize it at the time. What seemed like an unbearable season of silence or setback was actually a crucial part of your journey. You see, God doesn't move based on our timeline or according to our limited human understanding. God operates in a way that is much larger, much more strategic. His plan is perfect, and when he decides that it is the right moment, heaven steps in, shifts the atmosphere, and aligns everything with divine precision. The role of heaven is not merely to answer prayers, it is to orchestrate the world around the chosen one in perfect timing. Every prayer you've sent up, every tear you've shed, every moment of doubt and faith have been seen by heaven. But heaven doesn't act prematurely. Heaven waits until everything is aligned, not just externally, but within your spirit, your heart, and your mind. Your desires, those deep longings that never leave you, are not just fleeting emotions. They are prophetic whispers that align with your purpose. These desires were placed inside you long ago, long before you even knew you would have them. They are spiritual signals that are intimately tied to who you are becoming. Heaven's mission for you does not begin when you start praying for something. It begins when God decides that you are ready. This is where many people misunderstand the process. They pray, they wait, and when the answer doesn't come immediately, they assume they have been forgotten. They assume the delay is a denial. But in reality, delays are part of heaven's preparation process. They are the divine construction zones where God is building the environment, the relationships, and the opportunities that will allow your blessing to not just arrive, but to thrive. As you look back at your journey, you will see that every setback, every trial, every seemingly failed attempt has served a purpose. These were not just random events or unfortunate circumstances. They were stepping stones designed to elevate you. You may have felt like you were being held back or that you were out of sync with the world around you, but the truth is heaven was working behind the scenes, positioning everything for the right moment. Your process is unique, and that is because you are unique. Your journey is unlike anyone else's, and the timing of your blessings is unlike any other. God's timing is never rushed or forced. It is always precise and perfect. The desires that stir in your heart are not accidental. They are divinely orchestrated. You have longed for things that others may not understand. While some may desire wealth or fame, you desire something deeper, something with lasting meaning. You want love that resonates with your soul, success that carries purpose, and a life that reflects your true calling. These desires are part of your divine design. They are aligned with your spiritual DNA, with the identity that heaven placed within you long before you were born.
It's easy to feel disconnected when your desires don't seem to match the world's definition of success. It's easy to question whether you're on the right path when everyone around you seems to be finding fulfillment in things that never truly satisfy you. But know this, you are not mistaken in your desires. Heaven has shaped them, and they are a reflection of your divine calling. The world may not understand your longings, but heaven does. Your desires are not just for personal gain. They are part of a larger spiritual mission that heaven is carrying out in your life. The process of preparing you for the blessings that are on their way has been long and at times difficult. You have faced moments of spiritual dryness, emotional exhaustion, and physical weariness, but through it all, heaven has been at work.
Heaven has been preparing you, refining you, and positioning you to receive the very things you've been asking for. The spiritual lessons you've learned through the delays, the setbacks, and the waiting are the building blocks of your future. Without these lessons, you would not be ready to handle the blessings that are now within your reach. You've had to face challenges that others may never understand. You've had to walk through seasons of loneliness, uncertainty, and confusion. But you kept going, you kept pressing forward even when the road was unclear. And now the time has come for heaven to release what you've been waiting for. The obstacles that once stood in your way are no longer relevant. The closed doors, the unanswered prayers, the disappointments, they were all part of the process. Now everything is falling into place, and you are stepping into the season of manifestation. It is in this moment, chosen one, that heaven's strategic move is taking place. Heaven is positioning everything to ensure that the blessings you've been waiting for not only arrive, but are sustained and multiplied. The divine orchestration that is unfolding is beyond anything you could have planned. Heaven is aligning the right people, the right opportunities, and the right resources at just the right time. The moment you've been waiting for is not far off. It is here and it is unfolding now. Every step you've taken, every lesson you've learned, every challenge you've overcome has brought you to this moment. The divine preparation you've been undergoing has been shaping you into someone who is ready to receive the fullness of your blessings. You have been prepared in ways you may not even fully understand yet, but you will. And when the blessings arrive, you will realize that heaven has been at work the entire time, moving you toward this divine moment. What you want, what you've been desiring, is not just something you've dreamed up in your mind. It is connected to your spiritual identity. Your desires are not random, they are divine signals that are in perfect alignment with your calling. You may not always understand why you feel a certain way, why you long for certain things, but rest assured that heaven knows. Heaven has placed those desires in your heart because they are tied to your destiny. They are tied to who you are becoming, and heaven is preparing you to receive them. Bendict. It is important to remember that delays were never denials. Heaven doesn't delay out of neglect, heaven delays out of love. The waiting seasons you've walked through were not times of punishment or abandonment. They were times of preparation. God was making sure that when your blessings arrived, you would be able to sustain them, nurture them, and grow them. The divine timing of your blessing was always meant to match your growth, your spiritual maturity, and your readiness. And now the waiting is over. The time is right. Heaven's strategic move is in full motion, and the blessings you've been waiting for are on their way. The obstacles, the delays, the unanswered prayers, they were all part of the preparation. And now heaven is ready to release everything that is yours. You are no longer waiting for the blessing. The blessing is waiting for you. You are ready. Heaven is ready, and now your desires will align with the reality you've been praying for. What you want is not just within your reach, it is already on its way. Heaven has already set it in motion. The timing is perfect and the blessing is tailored for you. It is no longer a matter of if, but when. Heaven is working for you, and you will receive everything that has been promised. As heaven prepares to deliver what you've longed for, the signs of divine alignment begin to surface. These signs may not always be loud, dramatic, or obvious, but they carry a weight that can't be ignored. They are quiet, subtle whispers from the universe, gentle nudges from heaven, confirming that your desires are not just figments of your imagination, but divine signals that align perfectly with your calling. Every desire you've had, every longing in your heart has always been a part of God's plan for you. These desires were placed inside you to lead you toward your destiny, and as heaven moves, these signs become more frequent, more evident, and more powerful. When the time is right, heaven will deliver everything you've been waiting for, but the delivery process is not arbitrary. It doesn't just happen because you've prayed hard enough or because you've earned it. The timing of your blessings is directly tied to your alignment with God's plan. There is a divine order to the way everything unfolds, and when you are in alignment, everything starts falling into place. The universe begins to bend toward your desires, as though each part of your life is being strategically positioned to make room for what heaven is about to release. Alignment is the key that unlocks the doors to your blessings. When you align your heart, your mind, and your spirit with God's will, the breakthroughs you once thought were impossible suddenly become a reality. It's not that you've been waiting in vain or that the universe was against you. It's that you were being prepared for a moment of divine acceleration. And now that you are in alignment, the impossible becomes possible, and what once felt far out of reach is now right in front of you. See, heaven doesn't work according to human timelines. The world tells you that if you work hard enough, if you put in enough time, you will eventually get what you want. But heaven operates on a completely different schedule, one that doesn't rely on human effort, but on divine timing. God's plan doesn't operate in a linear step-by-step fashion, and it doesn't always make sense from a worldly perspective. However, when you are aligned with God's timing, everything falls into place exactly when it should. One of the most powerful signs of alignment is a deep sense of peace that begins to settle in your spirit. This peace is not the result of external circumstances. It is a quiet, internal knowing that everything is working out as it should. When you experience this peace, it is a sign that heaven is moving. The waiting is over, the spiritual groundwork has been laid, and now everything is beginning to shift. The confusion, the anxiety, and the unrest that once plagued you begin to dissipate, and in its place, you feel a sense of calm assurance. Another sign that heaven is aligning your path is the sudden clarity you experience. The fog of uncertainty that once clouded your vision begins to lift. What once seemed confusing and overwhelming now appears clear. The steps you need to take become obvious, and the direction you need to go in becomes undeniable. This clarity isn't something you've worked for. It is a gift from heaven. It's God's way of showing you that the time has come to step forward in faith.
Kitty, what? But I this lands. Let's double bad.
When you're aligned with God's plan, you will also start to notice a shift in your relationships. People who are meant to be a part of your life will begin to show up at just the right moment. These divine connections are not random. They are orchestrated by heaven to help you fulfill your purpose. People you've never met before may enter your life, but you will feel an immediate connection as though you've known them forever. These relationships will serve as catalysts for your growth, guiding you toward the opportunities and blessings that are meant for you. But just as new divine connections will begin to appear, so too will some relationships fall away. As heaven aligns your path, it will also begin to remove anything that no longer serves your purpose. You may find that certain friendships or situations begin to dissipate, and this can be an uncomfortable process. It might feel like loss, but in reality, it is divine pruning. Heaven is clearing the space for what is meant for you, removing the distractions and the people who are not in alignment with your destiny. It may be painful, but trust that this is necessary for your spiritual growth and the fulfillment of your purpose. In addition to the shift in relationships, another sign of divine alignment is the increase in synchronicities. You will begin to notice things happening in your life that seem too perfectly timed to be coincidental. These moments of synchronicity are not random. They are heaven's way of confirming that everything is falling into place. You might meet someone at just the right time, or a door might open when you least expect it. These moments are God's fingerprints on your life, guiding you toward your next step and confirming that you are in alignment with His plan. Ashuri. Divine timing is not something that can be rushed or forced. The blessing you've been waiting for will arrive exactly when you are ready to receive it, with the necessary spiritual maturity to handle it. You might have felt that you were ready for your blessing long before it came, but heaven knows that you needed to grow into the person who could sustain the blessing. God doesn't just give you what you want, He gives you what you are spiritually equipped to receive. If you had received your blessing too early, you might not have been able to appreciate it, maintain it, or fully step into the responsibility that comes with it. Heaven's delay was not a denial, it was divine preparation. Another sign of divine alignment is the sudden removal of obstacles that once seemed insurmountable. The doors that were previously closed to you begin to swing open with ease. The challenges that once held you back suddenly dissolve, and the path ahead seems clear. What once felt impossible is now within your reach. This shift is not a coincidence. It is heaven's way of showing you that you have aligned with your destiny. The roadblocks that were in your way were never permanent. They were simply there to test your faith, your patience, and your resolve. And now that you have passed those tests, heaven is making the way clear for you to move forward. As you experience these signs of divine alignment, it's important to remember that they are not just about receiving what you want. They are about stepping into the person God has called you to be. The blessings that are coming are not just for your own comfort or success. They are part of a larger plan, a divine mission that is connected to your purpose in the world. When you align with God's plan, you step into your calling, and the blessings that follow are a reflection of that alignment. One of the most profound signs of divine alignment is the sudden increase in your spiritual sensitivity. You begin to feel more connected to your spirit, and your intuition becomes sharper. Your prayers feel more powerful, and you begin to hear God more clearly. This heightened sensitivity is a sign that you are entering a new level of spiritual awareness. You are becoming more attuned to the guidance of the Holy Spirit, and this connection will guide you in the decisions you need to make as you walk into your blessings. When you're aligned with God's plan, you will also notice a shift in your energy. You may feel a renewed sense of motivation, hope, and purpose. The heaviness that once weighed you down begins to lift, and you feel more energized and focused. This new energy is not something you've created on your own. It is the result of heaven's work in your life, propelling you toward your destiny. You are no longer operating on your own strength. You are operating on the divine energy that comes from being in alignment with God's will. In addition to this renewed energy, you will experience a greater sense of gratitude. As you align with heaven's plan, you begin to see the beauty and purpose in every moment. The things you once took for granted now hold deeper meaning, and you feel a deep sense of appreciation for the journey you've been on. Gratitude is a key sign of alignment. When you are aligned with God's will, you recognize that everything, every step, every struggle, every blessing has been part of His divine plan. And in that recognition, you find peace, joy, and fulfillment.
By my side.
As you experience these signs of divine alignment, it's important to hold on to your faith. There may still be moments of doubt, moments when you wonder if things are truly falling into place, but trust that they are. Heaven is moving on your behalf. What you want is not just a desire, it is a divine assignment. And as you continue to align with God's plan, everything will fall into place with divine timing and precision. The blessings that are on their way are not just for you, they are for the world around you. You are being positioned to receive these blessings, not just for your own benefit, but for the benefit of those you are meant to serve. Your calling is connected to the world's needs, and as you walk into the fulfillment of your desires, you will be empowered to make a difference. Heaven is aligning you with your purpose, and as you step into that purpose, you will be a beacon of light, hope, and transformation for others. Your desire is not just a longing, it is a calling. It is the whisper of heaven guiding you toward your divine purpose. And as you align with God's plan, you will see that everything you've desired, everything you've hoped for is coming to you. The alignment phase is not the end, it is just the beginning. It is the moment when heaven's work becomes visible in your life and you begin to step into the fullness of your calling. The journey that you have embarked upon, chosen one, has led you to a moment of divine significance. Everything you have endured, every tear you have shed, every prayer you've whispered in the quiet of the night has brought you to this moment. Heaven has been at work in your life, shaping, refining, and preparing you for the blessings that are now within your reach. The time is now. You are no longer waiting for something to happen. Heaven has already set the wheels in motion, and everything that was meant for you is coming into alignment. It is easy in moments of uncertainty to forget the profound work that heaven has been doing behind the scenes. It is easy to look at the struggles you've faced
the delays, the setbacks, and wonder if you've been forgotten. But chosen one, you must understand this deeply. You were never forgotten. Heaven was working on you, preparing you, even when it felt like you were standing still. The waiting was not a sign of rejection. It was a season of preparation, a time for you to grow mature and align yourself with your divine purpose. Now, the alignment phase is in motion. It has already begun. Everything that you have desired is being woven into the fabric of your destiny. Heaven is delivering the blessings that are yours by divine right. Your desires, the ones that have been with you for so long, are not random whims. They are connected to your identity, to your calling, to your very spirit. What you want, chosen one, is exactly what heaven has prepared for you. The time of waiting, the time of longing, the time of preparation. It is now culminating in the moment of delivery. This is the final transformation of your life. The person you are becoming, the version of you that has been forged through trials, through waiting, through growth, is now ready to receive what heaven has set aside for you. The desires that once seemed out of reach are now within your grasp. The dreams that felt distant are now coming into focus. Heaven is not just delivering your blessings, heaven is aligning you with them in such a way that you will be able to receive them and steward them in their fullness. This is not just about the blessing itself, it's about the person you have become in the process. Your life has been preparing for this moment. Every challenge you faced was a stepping stone. Every heartache was a lesson. Every obstacle was a divine setup. Now you stand at the threshold of a new chapter, one that is filled with purpose, fulfillment, and divine alignment. Heaven is not simply delivering a blessing, it is delivering a life that reflects your true calling, your true identity, and the purpose you were created to fulfill. Now you must recognize that the time has arrived. The alignment phase is not something that will happen in the future, it is happening right now. You are stepping into the life you've always longed for, but in order to fully step into this new season, you must continue to align your spirit with your desires. What you desire is not a random wish. It is a divine signal, a spiritual compass that has always pointed you toward your purpose. Heaven's work is not complete once the blessings arrive. The work is ongoing, and the real transformation comes when you recognize that your desires, your blessings, and your calling are all in alignment with God's perfect plan. The blessings that are coming to you are not just for you, they are part of a larger mission, a divine purpose that will impact the world around you. The moment you realize that your desires are part of a greater story, a greater calling, is the moment when you truly step into your divine destiny. In the midst of this transformation, it is essential that you stay in expectation. This is not the time to doubt or second guess. It is not the time to look back on the past or worry about the future. This is the time to be present, to embrace the shift that is happening in your life, and to stay open to the new opportunities that are unfolding before you. Expectation is the fuel that will carry you forward. When you expect what God has promised, you align your energy with heaven's timing, and you position yourself to receive everything that has been prepared for you. As heaven begins to move on your behalf, remember that alignment is key. The more you align yourself with your desires, the more you align yourself with God's plan. This is not just about wanting something, it is about being in the right spiritual, emotional, and mental state to receive it. Align your heart with your desires. Align your thoughts with your purpose. Align your actions with the calling that has been placed on your life. When you do this, you will see that what you've been waiting for will begin to manifest in ways that are beyond your imagination. You must also recognize that heaven is already at work. You may not see the full picture yet, but trust that everything is moving in your favor. What seemed like a long period of waiting is now beginning to make sense. The waiting has been part of the process. It has been a time of refining, of growing, and of preparing. And now, as the final pieces come together, you will begin to see how all of it was part of the divine plan. Your blessings are not coming by accident. They are coming because heaven has already set everything in motion for you. The spiritual energy around you is shifting. And the moment you align yourself fully with that energy, you will feel the transformation happening within you. Your heart will feel lighter. Your spirit will feel more in tune with God's will. And you will begin to see the blessings manifesting in your life. These manifestations will not be a surprise. They will be a confirmation that heaven has been working behind the scenes, preparing everything for this moment. Now it is time for you to step into the fullness of what God has planned for you. Do not shrink back. Do not allow fear or doubt to cloud your vision. You have been prepared for this moment and you are ready. The desire in your heart is a divine clue, a map that will guide you to your destiny. Heaven has already aligned everything for you, and all you have to do now is step forward in faith, in expectation, and in alignment with God's perfect plan. Do not be afraid to embrace your blessings. Do not be afraid to walk into the future that God has prepared for you. You have worked for this. You have endured. You have grown. And now the moment is here. Heaven is moving, and so are you. The blessing you have longed for is now within reach. All you have to do is step forward and claim it. As you move forward, remember to stay aligned with your spirit. The enemy will try to distract you, to pull you off course, but you are stronger now. Your spirit is more discerning, more focused, and more aligned with heaven's will. The distractions that once derailed you no longer have power over you. You are moving forward with purpose, with clarity, and with the full assurance that heaven is behind you. Now is the time for you to receive what you've been waiting for. This is your moment. This is your season. You are ready. Heaven is delivering exactly what you want, exactly what you have been promised. The waiting is over. The alignment phase is complete. You are stepping into the life you were destined to live, and nothing can stop you. Step forward with confidence. Step forward with boldness. Step forward knowing that heaven has already moved on your behalf. What you want is not just a desire, it is your divine inheritance, and it is yours for the taking.